Alright guys, if you're watching this video, if you've clicked on it, then I'm pretty sure you know what's going on, but if you don't, then here let's take a look. If you look at Bitcoin Cash over here, it has jumped up over the past few hours at an unbelievable rate. It went from like 2000 up to 4000 something. And man, this is a huge jump for it to make over such a short period of time. And if you look over at Bitcoin, you see that it has decreased by a lot. It was up to like 20 and it's now down to 16, around that range. Yeah, from 20 to 16. And this huge sort of flip that's happening has brought up a long debate that's been going on as well about the flippening and the battle between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. So before we get into that, I just want to explain what I think is the main reason that this has happened, and I think that's because of Coinbase. So Coinbase just announced that it would start trading Bitcoin Cash. Like you could now go on the website and buy Bitcoin Cash the same way you buy Bitcoin. So this caused a lot of speculation. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's gonna happen now," and I mean, we're gonna talk about the cashing in a bit, the flippening in a bit, and we'll see what exactly it is. But I think this is the main reason it all started because of Coinbase announcing this, and a lot of people thought that, oh, okay, it's gonna go on Coinbase, the price will hit, and people will just dump it out. They just dump all their Bitcoin cash and make money out of it. But it's been pretty weird what's been happening recently. So first, let me explain what the flippening is basically. So you have two different currencies, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash came out of Bitcoin as a hard fork, and the reason was because they wanted to increase the block size, and a lot of people who were working on Bitcoin were like, no, we don't need to do that right now. We need to focus on uh, the scalability issues, etc. And SegWit, a conflict happened and they just split ways basically. So Bitcoin Cash came out in August of this year, and it came out with a larger block size, went from 1 MB to 8 MB. So this made transactions faster. Some people, I'm going to explain the two schools here. So the first school of people, they think that Bitcoin Cash is what Bitcoin is supposed to be, a currency that's easily exchangeable, easily tradable, and is decentralized. Other people think that Bitcoin Cash is a sort of spin off, and it's not the same as Bitcoin. They think that it's it's trying to be Bitcoin, but it won't live up to that, and that Bitcoin will still go on because it was the first one, and people are working on the issues with Bitcoin through the whole Lightning Network update and SegWit, which already happened. So then the other thing that people relate to this Coinbase uh, going into offering trading in Bitcoin Cash is that now that it's come out, its price has gone up, like we just saw over here. Its price has gone up really high. So what happens is the other issue is the so-called coin dance between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, where miners might be switching over to Bitcoin Cash because it becomes more profitable. If its price is going up and Bitcoin is going down, then you know that mining Bitcoin Cash is way better than mining Bitcoin. So over the past few months, what's happened is it's gone up and down, where sometimes Bitcoin Cash is more profitable, sometimes it's not, and it's just juggling between the two. And right now it's like pretty stagnant, but if we keep seeing a huge increase over here and Bitcoin keeps falling down, then we could see a sort of flip happen where miners just start preferring Bitcoin Cash. So this is what people are saying. This is what I've been seeing around. But the reason I don't think this is true is because if you look at, yeah, this is another graph over here showing the mining profitability. As you can see, they sort of flip between the two, where one becomes more profitable than the other, and this has been happening for a long time. So if we go over here to, yeah, this is my other main point, the transaction fee. If you look at this, you see that Bitcoin Cash has had a very low transaction fee ever since it started. It's sort of gone up and down. But Bitcoin, on average, its transaction fee is just skyrocketing, is going up there. And this is something that's pretty worrying for a lot of people who use Bitcoin as a currency because whether you transfer $1 or $1,000, you're going to keep paying this fee. And what I think is that Bitcoin will live on to the miners, and miners will stick with Bitcoin because of this fee. For every block they successfully mine, they get the hash. This is what they get, this fee amount. And this amount is why they are going to be sticking with Bitcoin. So now I'm not going to tell you which coin to go after, which one to switch your money into, or you should stay in Bitcoin or move over, because that's for you to decide. I'm just trying to tell you the two sides of the story here, what people believe is happening. Another thing which has just happened recently, a while ago, is this. So there's been reports of insider trading at Bitcoin Cash at Coinbase, and because of this frozen, they've frozen everything inside. Basically, all the sell orders, all the buy orders, everything's been frozen, and this is causing some huge panic. So this doesn't really help Bitcoin Cash right now. So even though we're seeing a huge increase, we could see panic selling and just a quick sharp decline over here. So this is something that just happened 4 hours ago, and it's pretty worrying actually. Coinbase has managed to cause a lot of fear and just a lot of panic right now. So I'm not going to tell you, like I said, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I think that you should be aware of the situation right now and how things are. It's very volatile. If you're looking to make money off of swing trades, then I mean this is pretty good opportunity, but I say you proceed with caution. I mean, if you want to split your portfolio or move some over, that's cool, but you should really be careful what we're dealing with right now, because something like this happened a while ago as well, where we saw a sudden decline in Bitcoin and we saw a rise in Bitcoin Cash. If we look a little bit behind, this was a huge pump that happened, and after that we saw a huge fall down, and yeah, just about here I think, yeah, we saw a huge pump and then we saw it just correct all the way back down and stay down until this. And even though the situation here is a little bit different, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a huge fall and Bitcoin eventually correcting itself and then going way back up. So I suggest you trade with caution, and I suggest you look into Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and see which one you would prefer, because like I said, there's two schools of people here, and you need to figure out which one you would rather support, because this is they're two different currencies. I mean, people say, oh, this is Bitcoin, or Bitcoin Cash is also Bitcoin. There are two different currencies, the way they work and the way things are going. So this is basically what's been happening right now, and what I think you should do is just proceed with caution. Whatever you do, look into it, look into what's happening. And with this current situation with the Coinbase freezing everything, it's not helping Bitcoin Cash. So don't panic, don't jump into Bitcoin Cash just because it's going up and Bitcoin is falling. We've seen Bitcoin fall multiple times over the past years actually. We've seen the China ban, this and the other pump previously. So do not panic. That is the main thing. As a trader, the worst thing you could do is panic. Okay. So I hope this video helped you understand what's going on right now and to make a better decision based on it.